Humanity, I love you all. So sometimes the video feed cuts. It's just the way it is. It happens. So because of that, I'd like to I'll upload that video to that point, and then I'm making this one so we can actually continue the conversation. I repeat that, we can continue the conversation. So that's just the way it is. Sometimes these things happen. So as I was talking, self-awareness is a mechanism so we can relate with others as a result of our own experience with ourselves. Because we are aware of who we are and how we react. Because we have this innate ability, this instinct as a human race to essentially love one another through self-awareness, because we identify our empathy, emotional intelligence, so our instincts are clear. You see, it starts with self-love, it moves into self-discovery, and then into self-awareness, this infinite outward expansion of energy through boundaries of the true self. So self-awareness is that mechanism. It's a beautiful mechanism because it empowers us, it gives us the tools to relate in a constructive manner with other humans. And it helps us because as we suppress those voices and we eliminate them really, rather than suppressing them or repressing them, because that's what you want, you just want to understand them and know why those voices are there in the first place. These negative ideas that you might have about yourself or others in your mind. So self-awareness is exactly that mechanism. You see, it helps us debugging our mind from the parasites, from all these bugs that are there trying to sabotage and boycott human process, human awareness, evolution of the human race through different means. And in this way, obviously, our self-awareness allows us to do that, to deal with those negative thoughts, to deal with those things, and then empowers us to love ourselves more and more and understand each other more and more and discover ourselves more and more with no judgment. And when we do this, what happens is that empathy becomes our nature, because it is our nature. We just understand because we're aware enough, we're self-aware enough to understand that that is the mechanism so we can relate with the species, with other humans in society. So self-love leads to self-discovery, and then that leads to self-awareness. And because of self-awareness, then we can have the empathy to relate with the world and go out there and communicate, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm expressing my ideas with you because based on my experience, I think is the right time to talk with the world and communicate with them my thoughts, my beliefs, from my point of view, from my true self, from my identity, so they can relate with me through their self-awareness, self-love, and all these different boundaries that I'm talking about, which is all pertinent to all of us because we all have this. This is biology, this is us, this is who we are. We all humans have this. It's part of us, it's part of our user manual. We all are a compass. We manifest free will, we shatter illusions, rendering fantasies. This is what we do, this is who we are. So it's important that we understand this and we put it into practice because it is advancing the human race, it's furthering our interests as a republic, as a citizenry, as humanity. Because the 21st century is humanity's century. This is the beginning of our actual story, the republic of planet Earth, all of us together as one, without any of the things that have impeded us in the past from coming together. That is over. That is the past. Now we have the tools and the conditions to essentially do this, to come together as one, love one another, and live in harmony with each other forever. So this is what self-awareness is. So self-awareness essentially is this beautiful mechanism. I'll repeat that one more time. Self-awareness is this beautiful mechanism that allows us, I'll say it one more time, self-awareness is this beautiful mechanism that empowers us to be able to keep going, to understand humanity, our human nature, our humane existence, our instincts. That's just the way it is. That's who we are. We're a benevolent race. And that leads to the fourth boundary of infinite energy, of infinite love. And that boundary is self-control. Because, as you know, self-control is this mechanism so we can be better. You know, we can actually control our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, and our actions, so we can be better people, which is the whole purpose of self-awareness. Because as you understand who you are at a very deep level, your true nature, our self-loving nature, our instinct to love humanity because we're infinite energy, then we can actually move into this higher state that allows us to have control over our actions, which is fundamental. Because when we actually tame the wild horse, the mind, and what it means to do that, then we actually can start doing things. And that's when our true self really starts to get going. Because when you can control your daily actions, when you can control your ability to exist through the manifestation of your free will by taking action here and now, every day, what that does, it does the same I was referring to before, this self-reinforcing mechanism, this infinite positive loop, this virtuous cycle where self-control takes hold, and then you can actually slay the dragons, and you can actually kill the ants and tame the wild horse. And by doing that, you take control of your life. So you can actually do what you're supposed to do here. Follow your heart, your purpose, because you're here for a reason. We're all here for a reason. This is not random. Energy is not random. Energy is highly organized and structured. Reality is organized and structured. The pattern of existence is organized and structured at a molecular level, through the human body, through the human experience, at an astronomical level, through celestial beings such as the sun and the earth. So that's just the way it is. We all one, we all connected. So self-control is super important for us. It's a very, very important boundary that determines our destiny. So once we are in control of ourselves and our actions and the way we react in society and to others, then we can move into the next natural, logical step, which is all happening in harmony. This is energy. It just happens naturally. It's biology. It's instinctual. These are instincts of the human race. All of us have this in us. This is not just one group that has it. There's no special groups out there that are better than others. There's no such thing as a group being smarter than others. That doesn't exist. That's just a fantasy. It's an illusion. Ignorance. So we all have this ability because we all human. That's just the way it is. And because we all human and we have these instincts to be good and loving, when we're in self-control, we naturally move into the next stage of true self boundaries, which is self-esteem, self-worth. Because you can control yourself and you know who you are and you understand how you interact with the world and you really love yourself. You know what your worth, your value, what you can offer to society. Because you understand these, you understand what you're capable of. You understand that you're infinite energy. You understand that you're infinite love. You understand that you have free will. And you create free will with your actions every day. You manifest it into existence with your actions every day. You materialize your dreams through creation. And the process of creation is called action. You take action every day, purposeful daily action. And when you take purposeful daily action, your dreams come true. You manifest existence. That's the way it is. We shatter illusions, rendering fantasies. That's just the way the mechanism works. So self-esteem is a super important tool set. It's part of this boundary because it tells us who we are, really, our value. And when you understand who you are, and you know what you do, and why you do the things you do, when that happens, then everything clicks, because now you know what you're capable of. Now you know your purpose. Your true self guides you, and your actions are reinforcing the manifestation of your destinations through action. And that's just the way it is, because we manifest our dreams through actions, and self-esteem is that binding mechanism. It helps us understand that we're actually in control, and it gives us this value, this meaning. And when that happens, then everything just starts to happen, because you start to understand who you are, and then you start to take action every day because it feels good. It's just your purpose. It's why you're here. So because of self-esteem and the beauty of self-esteem and the actions that you start to take, then you move into the sixth boundary, really, this infinite energy field that we all create through self-love because of our true self and our nature as human race. And we start to, move into self-image. Because once you have self-esteem and you know what you're worth because of your actions and what you do and what you're capable of, then you start to form an image of who you are. Your actual identity, your true self is actually taking hold, a mature identity. Because your self-image is exactly that. You see, what you think of yourself is what you do with your actions. So if you think you're infinite energy, and you can manifest free will, and you can take action and make your dreams come true, then that's exactly what you're going to do, because your belief system says so. So that self-image is the image that you have of yourself, your true self-image, your self-image. And it's an important step, because self-image is exactly that. It's the image that you have in your mind, your visualization of yourself. Remember, we manifest reality into existence through action. So if we think of us in certain ways, then that's what we're going to be doing with our actions, whether we're aware of it or not. And that's why self-awareness is so important, because self-awareness does exactly that. It makes us aware of who we are through self-discovery and self-love. So because of self-control and self-esteem, now we have what it takes to build a self-image that is positive and have these visualizations about who we are, our dreams, our wishes, our desires, and start working towards them to make them happen. Because everything is possible. You see, that's what we do. We came here to create. We are creators. That's what we do. We're infinite energy. We create with our actions. That's why when you start to understand this idea, then it's a very powerful concept, because you understand who we are. And the human race is a very powerful race. You see, we're infinite, and the fact that we're infinite makes us extremely powerful, because we have infinite power to create, to manifest existence through our free will. And that's what we do when we take action every day. Daily purposeful action is the path that humanity has taken forever. But the reason that these times are special is because we all already in that new level of frequency in which we all tap into it. It's easy to access the information. It's just the way it is. It's our nature. It's who we are. It's our nature. It's who we are. A loving species, benevolent race from planet Earth, humanity, the citizenry, the republic. That's just the way it is. And then that allows us to move into the 7th, I believe. So we move into the 7th boundary of the self, true self, and that's self-determination. And it's fundamental because it determines who we are. You know, our actions determine our destiny, our destinations, where we headed. That's just the way it is. Free will is just this mechanism to take action, instinct to take action. That's what free will is. Free will is an instinct to take action. So we determine our destinies. We manifest our dreams. That's just the way it is. So, and what's that? Is what you determine to do with your actions. You take action every day, anytime, no matter what time, whenever it's convenient for you, you do it. You take action. That's what we do. We take action, daily action. And that determines the path. And then you keep going. And it's a very powerful mechanism because self-determination is what gives us this meaning of who we are as a race. It determines our nature. It determines our actions. Actions define us. It's just, this is the way it is. And because it's beautiful and it's powerful and it's a human endeavor that we all do, then things start to really happen for everybody. And individuals who have self-determination, which all have the ability, instinct, the innate capacity to do this instinctually because of our biology and our DNA, it's powerful. So determination, self-determination, you determine your destiny, you determine your actions, your direction, your purpose, your true self. It's you, the individual, through your free will, who determine what you want in your life, your wishes, your dreams. It's you. It's always been you, and it will always be you. That will never change. That's why the Republic has been founded, because it makes us free, independent, and sovereign, and it gives us infinite freedoms, so we can actually put true self-freedoms into practice. And self-determination is the daily action, the purposeful daily action that takes us there, that guides us, that proves true self, that proves free will, that proves identity, that proves who we are, a self-loving, benevolent race. So that leads to the 8th boundary of infinite energy, and that's self-realization. And this is a very beautiful idea. It's a beautiful concept because self-realization is exactly that. Because you are determined to take the right actions that are required for your purpose to take place and manifest into existence, into reality through action, purposeful daily action. Actions that are aligned with your purpose and your true self and identity. Then realization happens, meaning it actually happens. Your dreams come true. Those things, your wishes, happen. They take hold. We manifest them. We materialize them into reality. We make them objective. We make them tangible, real, concrete. That's why the earth has us here. Our republic is an institution that we have created, because all of us humans have created Earth's republic. It's all of us. We're all the founders at once, because it's our nature. We create with our minds, and this is what we're doing, which is self-realization. We're making it happen. we're living the dream, as they say. Things are actually happening. And that's exactly what this is all about, self-realization. The true self, through all these mechanisms that I have spoken to you about, allows us to get there. It allows us to get to self-realization, getting there, achieving the goal, accomplishing the objective, making the dream happen, creating the art, writing the song, writing the book, all these different things, whatever it is, singing, poetry, dancing, whatever you are, whoever you are, it doesn't really matter as long as you get going with your purpose and you self-realize. So that's just the way it is. And that will never change. It's our nature, because this is our planet and we'll always be here, free, independent, and sovereign. This will never change. It's who we are. So, as we continue in this process of self-realization, then you start to realize how powerful we are. Because remember, we're infinite. We're infinite energy. We're infinite love. And because of that, when we take action through self-determination, and then things start to happen, then you're manifesting reality. Your dreams are coming true, which means energy is being manifested into matter, solidified into existence forever. So that's the power of self-realization, is realizing that. It's realizing the idea that what you do actually is powerful. And then again, think of the repercussions, think of the implications of that. It makes us creators. It makes us infinite creators. We have the capacity, the instinct to create, to form, to shape, to develop, to build crafts of all sorts. You know, we call it innovation, imagination, all these names, creativity, technology, anything that we do that is creating results, all these things, it's that's the testament, that's the proof. The proof is that the fact that we actually made it happen. So the bigger the dream, the more actions required so that dream happens, because that's just the way it is. Because it's a big dream, it takes a long time to manifest, so you take more actions. But as long as you keep on taking daily action, that's the key. Purposeful daily action, because we are infinite energy, we're infinite love, and we create through our actions. So our purpose is fundamental, and our true self is essentially the mechanism of self-discovery. So that's self-realization. So self-realization leads to the 9th boundary of infinite expansion outwardly, because we're infinite energy, we're electromagnetic. Our force field of creation, determined by our heartbeat, self-love, is self-actualization, which is actually when things are not only recognized by ourselves as being created, but the world out there sees it, and they can also interact and accept and come to terms with it and say, actually, yes, this person wrote that song, this person wrote this book, this person did this, did that. Humanity founded the republic. That's just how it works. So if you think about it from that point of view, then that's self-actualization, because you actualize, hey, this is what I've done. Wow. Because you have that self-reinforcing mechanism that is infinite, because others actually come to terms with your self-realization. And then it's like, okay, cool, wow, this is what I did. You see, it's an infinite cycle. It never ends. You keep on evolving it. So you keep on doing, because if society starts to see what you do and what you're capable of with your action, then you become an example. and then the mechanism becomes even bigger and more powerful. So not only for you, so you keep on actualizing and you keep on realizing and you keep on determining through your actions and your purpose and your true self, but at the same time, society sees it and it benefits from it. So everyone can actually do that themselves. That's why leadership is great when it comes to action, because it's the best way to be when you're an example, not because of your words, but because of your actions, what you do with your hands, yourself, every day, daily action, here and now. That's just what it is. So it's a beautiful mechanism. It's just beautiful that us, the human race, can actually, as self-actualization realizes, actually understand this concept that we are these amazing beings, light beings, infinite energy. That's who we are. And that leads to the 10th boundary, which is self-sovereignty. You see, once you understand how powerful you are and the ability that you have to create infinitely, because we're infinite energy and infinite love, that's who we are, then self-sovereignty is powerful, because that's essentially the actualization of the republic, Earth's republic, our republic, the citizenry republic, humanity's republic. And what that means is that sovereignty is that, because the republic was founded by us because of our free will, because each individual, that's us, true self, identity, each of us, each human, each individual, the smallest unit in society, which makes us all, has self-sovereignty, the capacity to create, because we're infinite beings, we're infinite energy, we're infinite love. And because of our self-sovereignty and our ability to create and our free will through our actions, we have decided to come together as one to form the republic, to found the republic, so we can, through self-actualization, actually have infinite freedoms. That's just the way it is. Self-sovereignty is this mechanism. It's a powerful thing. We all self-sovereign, and we're extremely powerful because we're infinite. Nothing can stop the human race from our purpose, because we're infinite energy. We're biology, that's who we are. This is our purpose. It's human liberation, to have infinite potential manifested in the flesh through action every day. It's a miracle of life, self-love. It starts with self-love, that's why it's so powerful. True self is this beautiful and powerful mechanism. So once self-sovereignty has taken full shape, once self-sovereignty has done what it's done to the individual and society at large, and actualizes and realizes and determines our destiny, then that's the moment for the true self to reach this boundary of infinite energy and infinite love called self-transcendence. Because once you understand who you are and what you're capable of through self-sovereignty, then you understand that each individual has the same capacity, the same ability, because we all one, we all the same, we have the same instincts, the same DNA. We all have the capacity to do this at our own levels, at our own scales, through our own actions. So because of this, then you realize that it's not only about us, meaning you or me, the individual, it's about everybody. It's society at large, the republic, the planet Earth. Why? Because we're not alone. We came from a placenta, from a womb, from a mother. We're all biological. We have families, we're society, we have people around us. So because of that, then it's not about only the true self, the individual. It's about understanding who we are so we can have a purpose and take action and get to our destinations and manifest our free will. But for what purpose? Obviously, it's not only for our self-interest, it's also for the benefit of society at large. Love is about that. Love is about understanding that it's all about us. It's us, humanity, together. Individually doing it, but collectively as well. So it's all together. It's a concert, you see, in harmony. Everyone is a symphony of infinite energy and love coming together in confluence. So it happens every day, all the time. This is just the beauty of being alive. And then, of course, self-transcendence is that, understanding that is to transcend the self, you, and then you move into a higher purpose through love, which is helping others. Because you already can help yourself, you're powerful, you see. You can create, you can do things, you understand who you are, you have a purpose. So now you can go there out in society and help society make it better, build a better world. I'll say that again. Build a better world. So that's just the way it is, eh? It would always be like this and it will never change because we're humanity and this is our instinct to be, because we are. And then that's it. You go and transcend yourself. Self-transcendence is clear in what it means. And once you do the self-transcendence, then what happens? Everyone else is self-transcends too, and we all working together with a common purpose. We all come together worldwide as one and do the things that are necessary for humanity to move forward. So that's just how it is. And it's a beautiful thing. You see, that's why the Republic has been founded, because it's just the way it is. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to understand who we are and to transcend the self and understand that we are all connected. We're infinite love, infinite awareness, all of us together, infinite energy. And our infinity is relatable to each other's infinity. And we can all come together and do it together, love one another, and learn about each other, and continue this infinite process of eternal love, eternal creation. And it's a beautiful thing because it starts with the self, with the true self, because we are infinite and we have the ability to shatter emotions that are not positive, so we can actually be a compass and shatter the illusions, rendering fantasies because of love. Because love is infinite, is the ultimate energy. It creates. When we make love, we create life. When we create life, we create purpose. When we create purpose, we have a destination. And is that what it is? So I just wanted to complete this video in that way with a positive message of love, self-transcendence. For everyone out there, all humans out there, I love you very much, and know that I love you. I love the human race. I love myself. I learned what it means to love ourselves. So that's why I can say that I love you. I love you, humanity. I love you very much. You are wonderful. Humanity is great. I love you all, forever, infinitely, eternally. I love you.